Do you think losing muscle after 60 is just inevitable? That slowing down, feeling weak, struggling with stairs is just part of getting old? If so, you need to hear about a Japanese doctor who kept walking, working, and treating patients well past the age of 100. No gym, no fancy supplements, no hardcore workouts. His secret, and the secret of thousands of Japanese elders, lies in a handful of simple traditional foods. The kind you can find in your local store and add to your breakfast tomorrow. And here's the twist. One of these foods is a carbohydrate, a food many seniors fear. But it might just be the fuel your body is begging for. Stick around until the end of this video to hear all 5 foods, especially the last one, because it might just change the way you eat forever. And hey, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We share real, practical ways to help you and your loved ones stay strong, sharp, and independent without pills or gym routines. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara wasn't just a doctor. He was a legend. He practiced medicine for over 70 years, wrote more than 150 books, and inspired millions of Japanese seniors to live long and live well. But what made him truly remarkable wasn't his fame or age. It was this: even in his hundreds, he was still strong, still alert, still waking up each morning with purpose. In one of his final interviews, he said,
"People think longevity is all about genes, but I believe it's about how you live, how you eat, every single day."
Now, I know what you might be thinking. To stay healthy, don't I need to hit the gym? Or, well, of course old people get weaker. That's just aging, right? But Dr. Hinohara proved the opposite. Muscle can be rebuilt, even after 60, not through lifting weights, but through eating smart, not by eating more, but by eating rhythmically and choosing the foods that truly support the aging body. Today, I'll share with you the 5 foods that Dr. Hinohara recommended for people over 60. Foods that have helped thousands of elders in Japan not just live longer, but live stronger. And that final food, number 5, might surprise you, because it's one most people are told to avoid. But in Japan, it's seen as a healing food for the body, the gut, and the mind. The first food, natto, the sticky miracle. When Westerners first see natto, their faces often twist in confusion. It's sticky, it's slimy, it smells, well, kind of strange. But to millions of Japanese, especially the elderly, natto is liquid gold. For decades, Dr. Hinohara encouraged his patients to eat natto every morning. Not to hit the gym, not to count calories. Just one bowl of warm rice and one serving of natto. Stirred well, maybe with a dash of soy sauce and mustard. So what makes this strange bean so powerful? Natto contains a unique enzyme called nattokinase. It supports healthy blood flow, which is essential for delivering nutrients to muscle cells. Better circulation means your muscles recover faster, even without exercise. It's also rich in vitamin K2. This helps calcium go into the bones instead of clogging your arteries. And that matters even more as we age. But the most impressive part? Natto is one of the only plant-based foods with all 9 essential amino acids. It's a complete, easy-to-digest protein, perfect for aging bodies that struggle with heavier meals. And here's where it gets even better. Natto is packed with natural probiotics, the good bacteria that heal your gut from the inside. As Dr. Hinohara once said, you can eat the best foods in the world, but if your gut isn't healthy, none of it will help you. In older adults, digestion and nutrient absorption slow down. But by healing your gut first, you help every bite of food work harder for your body. I remember a 94-year-old woman from Kyoto. She walked to the market every morning, carrying a cloth bag, back straight, steps steady. And every day, she picked up a small pack of natto. When someone asked her for the secret to long life, she smiled and said, "Eat what's easy to digest and helps you walk without pain, and just keep eating it." So, how can you eat natto? Mix it with warm rice. Add soy sauce or mustard. Stir well. Yes, it's sticky, but that's part of the charm. You can also top it with a raw egg, add seaweed, or even stir it into your breakfast porridge. Bottom line, if you want to rebuild strength, not just in your muscles, but deep inside your system, start with your gut. And natto is one of the most powerful ways to do that. Gently, daily, and incredibly effectively. The second food, sardines. Small fish, big power. They're tiny, they're cheap, and they might be the single most underrated food for muscle recovery in old age. I'm talking about sardines and other small oily fish like mackerel and anchovies. In Japan, they're a breakfast staple. Elders eat them grilled, just 2 or 3 pieces on a small plate. No sauce, no dressing, just simple, clean protein. But what makes these little fish so powerful? It starts with the fats. Sardines are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA. These fats help reduce inflammation and support protein synthesis. That means they help rebuild muscle. But they don't stop there. Sardines are also packed with vitamin D and calcium. Both are crucial for strong bones and for preventing falls or fractures in older adults. And here's the best part. Unlike large fish like tuna, sardines have very low mercury levels, so they're safe to eat often, even 2 or 3 times a week. But strength is just one part of the story. It's also about balance, energy, clarity. Sardines contain CoQ10. That's a nutrient that supports mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside your cells. More CoQ10 means more energy, not jittery, caffeine-style energy, but clean, steady, cellular energy. They also contain selenium, a trace mineral that helps your body fight oxidative stress, which can speed up muscle aging. And that matters, because when you're older, even basic tasks like climbing stairs or carrying groceries take more effort than before. Let me tell you a quick story. There was an 89-year-old man in Osaka. He had a minor fall down a few stairs, but what shocked his doctor was how quickly he recovered. Just a few weeks. No serious injury. No lingering pain. His doctor said, "I rarely see someone his age bounce back like that." And what did he eat at least 3 times a week? Grilled sardines, every time. Maybe that wasn't the only reason, but it certainly didn't hurt. So how can you enjoy sardines? Grilled the traditional way, right out of the can, packed in olive oil or water, mixed into rice or salad, or added to soup for extra depth. Bottom line, sardines don't just feed your muscles. They feed your bones, your brain, your nerves, and your energy. They're nature's multivitamin in a tin. Affordable, accessible, and incredibly powerful for aging bodies. Coming up next, a food that grows in the sea, but supports your muscles, your thyroid, and even your hormones. We're talking about seaweed. And no, it's not just decoration on your sushi plate. The third food, seaweed, the silent powerhouse. You've probably seen it before, but maybe you've never really paid attention to it. It grows in the sea. It's thin, it's green, and most people think of it as nothing more than sushi decoration. But seaweed is one of the most powerful foods you can eat after 60. In Japan, it's a quiet staple, not flashy, not trendy, but deeply respected, especially by older generations. So why is it so important? Let's start with the minerals. Seaweed is packed with magnesium, iodine, and potassium. All of these are essential for muscle contraction, nerve function, and recovery. But here's the game changer. Seaweed supports your thyroid. And your thyroid controls your metabolism. When the thyroid is balanced, your body can burn energy more efficiently, recover faster, and maintain lean muscle mass, even with less activity. That's a big deal for older adults, because a sluggish metabolism can make you feel tired, weaker, and more prone to weight gain. Seaweed helps keep that engine running. It's also rich in antioxidants and special compounds called polysaccharides. These help reduce inflammation and feed your gut bacteria, the good kind, so you're not just fighting breakdown, you're building strength from the inside out. And there's one more thing. Seaweed helps regulate hormones, the same ones tied to energy, muscle tone, and even mood. For older women especially, seaweed can help support balance during and after menopause. It's anti-inflammatory, it's anti-aging, and it's surprisingly versatile. You can add it to soup, to salads, to stir-fries, or just soak a few strips and eat them on the side. A little goes a long way. I once asked a 78-year-old man in Okinawa why he still had such a strong, steady walk. He laughed and said, "It's the ocean in my bowl." He wasn't being poetic. He meant seaweed. And honestly, he might be right. Bottom line, seaweed is nature's recovery tool. Gentle, powerful, and easy to include in almost any meal. No side effects, no pills, just plants and rhythm. Next up, a food that's so small you can hold it in a spoon, but it's packed with nutrients for joints, muscles, and even your liver. It's time to talk about sesame seeds. Tiny, but mighty. The fourth food, sesame seeds. Small spoon, big impact. The fourth food is smaller than your fingernail. But don't let its size fool you. It's powerful, it's ancient, and it supports both your muscles and your joints. We're talking about sesame seeds. In Japan, many elders add a spoonful of ground sesame to their breakfast porridge or miso soup. It's a quiet ritual, simple, but packed with meaning and nutrition. Why sesame seeds? First, they're rich in calcium and magnesium. Both are key for bone health, nerve function, and muscle contraction. That means fewer cramps, better movement, and stronger support where it matters most. Second, they contain healthy fats that reduce inflammation, especially around the joints. If your knees ache or your hands feel stiff, this tiny seed might help bring relief in the most natural way possible. But there's more. Sesame seeds contain a special compound called sesamin. It supports liver detox, hormone balance, and even cholesterol regulation. For older adults, this means better metabolic health and better hormone signaling, which helps keep your muscles from wasting away. They're also a great source of plant-based protein, and they contain lignans, natural compounds that fight oxidative stress. That's the kind of invisible damage that makes muscles age faster. In short, sesame seeds fight decay at the cellular level. A little story. I once visited a 76-year-old carpenter who still worked with his hands every single day. I asked how he kept his grip so strong. He laughed and said, "Every morning, I grind sesame seeds fresh and sprinkle them on my rice. That's my secret." It wasn't a supplement. It wasn't medicine. It was tradition. In a spoon. How to enjoy sesame seeds. Grind them fresh and add to porridge. Mix into miso paste. Sprinkle over salads or stir-fries. Add to rice or even blend into smoothies. Whole seeds are best when ground. That's when their nutrients are most available. And it takes just one spoon. Every morning. Bottom line, sesame seeds support your body structure, your bones, your joints, your tendons. They nourish the parts that hold you together. One tiny spoon at a time. No effort. Just habit and care. And now, we've reached the final food, the fifth. The one you might least expect. It's sweet. It's soft. And it might be the most comforting carb your body truly needs. Let's talk about sweet potatoes. The fifth food, sweet potatoes. The gentle fuel. The fifth food is warm, comforting, soft on the stomach, and for many seniors in Japan, it's a daily ritual. We're talking about sweet potatoes, especially the purple kind, commonly found in Okinawa, home to some of the longest living people in the world. Now here's the twist. Most people think carbs are bad, especially as they get older. But not all carbs are the same. When chosen wisely and timed right, sweet potatoes can become one of the most healing tools for aging bodies. Why are they so powerful? First, sweet potatoes are rich in complex carbohydrates. They provide steady energy without spiking blood sugar. That's important, because stable blood sugar means better recovery, better focus, and better muscle repair. They're also high in fiber, which helps with digestion and keeps your gut bacteria happy. And remember, a healthy gut equals better nutrient absorption. That means everything else you eat works better. But there's more. Purple sweet potatoes are loaded with antioxidants, especially beta-carotene and anthocyanins. These fight inflammation and protect your cells from damage. They also help regulate two key hormones, leptin and ghrelin. These control hunger and fullness. So instead of overeating, your body knows when it's satisfied, naturally, without counting calories. And here's the part I love most. Sweet potatoes contain something called resistant starch. It feeds your good gut bacteria, improving digestion, immunity, and even mood. They're like nature's comfort food, but with deep biological benefits. A quiet story. In Okinawa, many elders steam purple sweet potatoes in the morning. They eat them plain, sometimes with just a pinch of sea salt. I remember one woman, age 92, who said it was the only thing that made her feel both full and light at the same time. She called it a hug for the stomach. And honestly, she's not wrong. How to enjoy sweet potatoes. Steam or roast them, mash with cinnamon or a touch of olive oil, chill and slice for a midday snack. Serve with greens, tofu, or grilled fish. They're versatile, easy to digest, and incredibly satisfying. You don't need much. Half a potato can go a long way. Bottom line, sweet potatoes are more than comfort food. They're muscle food, brain food, gut food. They send your body a powerful message. You're safe, you're supported, you can rebuild. Now you've heard all 5. 1. Natto, the sticky superfood for your gut and muscle. 2. Sardines, omega-3 power for strength and balance. 3. Seaweed, thyroid and metabolic support from the ocean. 4. Sesame seeds, small but mighty protectors of your joints. 5. Sweet potatoes, gentle fuel that heals from within. So now you see, healthy aging isn't about genetics. It's not about lifting heavy weights or taking piles of supplements. It's about what you eat, when you eat it, and how consistently you do it. You don't need to change everything. Just start with one small shift. Maybe it's a spoon of sesame in your morning porridge, a small grilled fish at lunch, or half a sweet potato in the afternoon. Tiny habits, done daily, make a huge difference. And if right now you're thinking, my parents need to hear this, wish I knew this earlier, then don't let this stay just a video. Share it with someone you care about. And if you found it helpful, subscribe to the channel so we can meet again. Each week, I'll bring you real stories and simple tools to help you live stronger, live longer, and most importantly, stay independent through every chapter of life.